Do you let's remember the name of the guy you guys saved?
No, I don't remember shit for names.
Was it even given to you guys?
No.
Probably.
In the notes, it
Sick.
didn't have his name.
Sick.
Howie.
So,
Oh.
Yeah, you just labeled him as 200 guards. It might be for the one beforehand, though.
yeah. Alright. So we're gonna say that he gave you guys his name. His name is Eric Lightrock.
Eric Lightrock.
Yep. Suffered mostly some abdomen wounds, if I remember right, and then maybe a wound to the shoulder or two.
He is who?
The guy you guys saved, the one out of the two brothers.
The other soldier that didn't die.
Yeah, the guard.
Yeah.
And as you guys enter this large, like stone, mostly stone building, with like these ceramic tiles for roofs of various different colors that sort of cascade down in like a sort of orange to like faded red color. And as you guys enter in, there's like a very thick smell of like burning candles that are like spices and stuff like that mixed in. And not only that, but there's also like a bunch of guards surrounding the door, and they're all pointed their weapons directly at the door with like a bunch of barriers and stuff built in the way. You see there is also a single guard with a sort of patched together crossbow that seems to have been like fastened together from a couple of broken pieces. And he is like bolstered himself up against a like flipped over table. Everything's pointed at you guys. He's made out of similar like their armor is made out of similar makeshift armor to the guard you guys saved, with like mostly pots and pans and bits of scrapped armor. Still functional, but not very stylistic. There is a couple of them that do have like full sets of armor. Some of the ones that look like they're more capable or have been like maybe from a different village and have freshly moved here, but you don't really know yourself. But as they see you guys all enter with the guard, they're all lift their weapons up and just go like, "Ah, Eric, you're back! Where's your brother?" A couple of them rush up and start tending to the wounds that you guys have helped for the most part, but he's still kind of wounded. He gives a very grim look to the rest, and they all sort of pat him on his shoulder and just say, "We're sorry, lad. We wish we could have helped, but." Any of you guys want to do anything?
What do you mean you could have helped?
Couldn't help.
Well, we were told to stay in here and bolster the door. We didn't know that they were going to be attacked. And Eric sort of looks to the rest and just looks back to you guys and just says, "Listen, you can't blame them. If anyone's to blame, it's that fucking noble asshole in there."
I want to survey the area.
What are you looking for?
Just anything pocketable. I'm looking at the soldiers, but I'm also looking at the area, looking at anything particularly.
All right, you see silverware. You see like bits of like grapes and stuff. You'll see some dust in the corner. What are you looking for specifically?
Hang on one
Nothing,
second.
just
Brando.
surveying.
Can I help him with that by making a scene?
I'm not trying to rob it yet, but I'm just surveying the guards. I see the guards now. I'm starting to look around. Like, oh, hey, look at this place.
I mean, this front room has been completely turned into like a makeshift sort of like guard checkpoint / choke point for any sort of adversaries kind of come through. And you guys are still very much at the
So-
entrance. And this is
Well-
just like a little front hallway area.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
Well,
fair
then
enough.
I'm going to respond there. Fair enough. I'll leave them alone. I understand the job.
So as you sort of like look around and take a scope of the area, Eric turns to us and he just says, "Look, I know you guys are here for a job. Here to help us, right? That's what you guys are. That's what you adventurers are here for. There's no other reason why you folks wearing a badge would be showing up to a village like this. You're gonna want to talk to our captain. His name's Aaron Eldart, and he'll tell you what the whole situation's going on, and if you have any questions, he'll answer them. He's currently in the other room, probably talking to Karel, the nobleman of the village. And if you can, find a way to get that fucking nobleman out of this fucking village. No one here wants him around. But
So
anyways,
nobody wants him here.
at least not here. He needs to go. I can't even tell you what's going on in his mind, but for some reason he wants to stay here. And no one else, well, all the citizens are gone. That's what me and my brother are out there to check for. We were looking for survivors, anyone that was left straggling. We didn't find anyone. We made sure that those carts got out safe.
Because why is the town evacuating again?
Are you kidding me?
I mean, 'cause, like, as adventurers ourselves, we don't know why y'all are evacuating. We were just told to come help y'all.
So my brother died, right? Do you remember what killed him?
The goblins.
And what's attacking our village?
Is-
Oh, they ain't birds.
It's certainly not fucking squirrels. Go fucking
Okay, I
talk to
realize
the
I
captain.
phrased-
Go fucking leave. Leave. Go.
Okay, I realize I phrased the question wrong.
Just leave. No, don't even talk. Please,
okay.
go.
I
Eric
realize I
immediately
phrased
Eric
the
immediately
question wrong.
turns and goes to the rest of the guards. It was at this point where you hear some shouting from the other room, and a slam door, and then a very tall, black-furred tabaxi with a large scar over his nose walks in. He's wearing like this large set of silver plate mail and like deep azure like robes underneath that sort of signify his silver guard status, and you see he's holding a helmet in his right arm with a large like orange plume, like golden orange plume on it, and like a large long sword at his hip, and both of those signifying his status as a captain. And he sort of looks to the rest of you and just goes, who are you three?
We are the adventurers from the Freehelm Guild.
For him sent you three. Well, you're a
Yes.
bit fucking late, but it'll do. Did you happen to see a couple of boys come in on your way through? A couple of young lads.
It
I
was-
sent them out. And yeah, that's whenever Eric speeds up and just says, I'm the only one who made it, sir. He turns, fucking takes a deep sigh and just... Damn it! Can't... He looks at the rest of you and just says, well, you're here to help, right?
Yes.
As you can see, we're having a bit of problem here. We don't know where these goblins are coming from. We don't know if they're camped out anywhere nearby. The village has just up and disappeared in a matter of days. And suddenly they started attacking our village. We don't know why. Karel's not leaving our fucking nobleman. And I haven't been in this position for long, but I can tell you right now this is not going well. Many villagers were slaughtered. Got as many as I could. And as you can see, I lost at least one man, trying to make sure that no stragglers were left behind. However, you three are here to make sure that we can secure this village, or, at the very least, save whoever's left. Right?
Sounds like the goblins just want the rich bloke. Why don't you just feed him to him and get it over with?
Well, that's sort of my job, is to protect him. He's a nobleman of the crown, and I have to make sure that he survives. As do the rest of these guards. Each one of them is meant to protect both the people and the nobleman, and I'm to do the same. Nobleman is my top priority.
Where is this nobleman at?
He's locked up in his bedroom. Won't leave, because for some reason he says that he owns this land, at least the village, and refuses to give it up. But what he doesn't understand is it's either his life, which means he'll get nothing, or a little bit of land, which he could probably get back later. I don't know what's going on with him, but he's acting erratic. Now, if you're welcome to try and convince him to leave. I've tried. And believe me, I've tried. But if you have the power and the
I'll
strength,
try to
and
convince him to leave.
if you have the ability, and you want to see your proper part of the job carried through, we wounded their leader in the initial siege. The initial fighting was chaotic, but we got enough guards to at least hold off most of them to secure a decent number of women and children. However, we couldn't finish the job. I wounded him in the shoulder, and a bit of bout of he seemed to have some magical abilities that were unusual for a goblin. However, a large group, made sure that he survived and dragged him away back into the tree line, and that was the last we saw of him. I have a feeling that if you cut the head of the snake, so to speak, then the rest will sort of just fall apart. However, where you will find him, I have no clue. I do not have the men to help you, because I do not want to risk any of them getting attacked from whenever they are not ready. And trust me, most of them are not ready. I sought out my most two capable soldiers, at least the ones that weren't wounded. And we've turned his whole bottom floor into a med center, so if any of you are wounded, we can see to your wounds before you go out, but it looks like most of you are okay. You're standing at the very least.
I'm not.
If you want to get yourself patched up, we could do something. We cannot offer much, but we can at least make sure your wounds do not let you bleed out. But what you do from here is up to you. We just need to make sure we get everyone out of this village if we can, or to keep this village safe. And in my eyes, the people are the village. So, do what you will. But either way, I need some planning to done.
Oh, well, why don't we just get patched up and try to talk to the noble?
We could.
Do you have any questions?
I mean,
This head of the snake you mentioned.
Yes.
Wouldn't anyone be concerned if their stuff went missing? Would they?
If they're what? Sorry, a bit quiet.
If any of their stuff went missing, would they?
Well, I mean, I don't believe so. I mean, I don't know how goblin culture works, but I'm sure that someone would be upset if you just stole it from them. We hurt a goblin, and the goblins made sure that they survived. I don't know what else you want from that end. The head of the snake is the goblin leader.
Well, let's that then.
Do what?
You're very hard to hear,
What's that?
squirrel.
Hello.
We can hear you, but
Yeah.
you're just
Yeah.
very hard to hear. You like, do you have? Are you not wearing a headset or something?
No,
Why not?
because like there's dialogue and shit, and
What do you mean?
you know what I mean. It's like
Are you pacing in or actually talking to people?
no, I'm in my chair, but yeah, I'm talking.
Then just wear your headphones.
But then it sounds weird, like I'm only talking to one part of the conversation.
What do you mean?
To who?
To anyone that's not me.
What are you talking about, dude? What are you on about?
Hang on. How high is he?
Not very. It's my fucking dad's empty, I believe.
Maybe that's your problem.
It could be. Upload's empty.
I don't understand what you're talking about, man.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're only talking to one person? Is that what you're saying?
There you go, happy.
Yes. You sound much
I
better.
had to get up out of my comfy chair to do that.
Is that why you didn't want to do
Yes.
that?
Maybe it was part of the reason.
I don't understand what you mean by you feel like you're only talking to one part of the conversation. What does that mean?
Like, to an outside perspective, it would sound like I was talking to myself.
Well, yeah, but like, no shit. That's how private conversations work. You're wearing a headset, though. It's not like you're literally talking to yourself. If
Like
you
you have
weren't,
earbuds, but they can't see.
if you weren't
sorry.
wearing a headset, then it would be concerning.
I'm sorry.
It-
I thought you were on the table. I'm so sorry.
If you had nothing on your ears and there was nothing else going on, then yeah, it would be kind of concerning.
I guess it would be kind of concerning if I was just doing fucking yieldy pirate
I'm
dialogue
sorry.
by myself.
I really am. I thought you were on the table, girly.
That's funny. Like, I don't think my girlfriend thinks I'm crazy whenever I'm talking to people in my party. She doesn't think I'm talking to myself. Is that what you think is gonna happen? That your
Yeah.
girlfriend's gonna think you're talking to yourself?
Wait, you guys are all real?
Oh man,
This
that's
whole
funny.
time I've been talking to real people?
That's funny as fuck. You're gonna think that your
Okay.
girlfriend thinks you're crazy because you're talking to yourself. Dude, all you gotta say is, no, I'm in a party and we're doing D&D. And she'd be like, oh, okay.
Well, she knows we do D&D.
So then what's the problem? If she knows we
If some stranger walks by your door,
who the fuck cares? It's not like they'd be able to hear your controller anyways. Your controller's pretty quiet.
You know what I mean, though? Like,
no, I don't actually.
You got me dying. What is your problem? They think I'm crazy.
I don't see the big deal here, guys.
That's the problem. Don't see the big deal.
But no one's gonna think you're crazy, dude.
I mean, we all know he is.
Well, I mean, like, just for that, no one's gonna think he's crazy. That alone is not gonna make him crazy. It's that combined with you saying that you don't want to put on headphones because you don't want people to think you're crazy. It's the fact that that's what you're worried about. I don't want them to think I'm crazy. You just sound like a fucking conspiracy theory old man that's wearing like the random shit on him because he's like, I don't want them to think that I'm going crazy.
I don't want them to think I'm crazy, but I do want them to think I'm
I'm not talking about myself.
but I do want them to think I'm a nerd.
I do want them to know I'm a fucking nerd. I'm a crazy nerd.
But you know what I mean, man?
No, I really don't. I'm gonna be honest. I wear headphones all the time. I literally don't ever not.
Are you gonna be honest with me right now? Are you gonna pull a destroyer? I'm gonna be honest with you. You know how he says that.
I'm gonna be. Well, I say when I'm actually straight up being honest with you. He says it just to say it, though. Call her a slut. Call your cat a slut. Stupid slut. Shut up.
They are sluts when they're in heat.
Yeah, I know. I call my cat a slut. I fucking pop her on the head and go like, stupid slut. Shut up.
Stupid
Dude,
slut.
she was in heat like fucking at the beginning of this month. I don't know how she's back in heat.
This month.
This month. What the fuck?
He was gonna say July. Oh man. Okay. Anyways, what are you guys gonna do?
Well, I think we need to discuss that actually.
What's the plan here?
Okay,
Please.
so I'm a little lost.
What about?
Okay,
We can go do a number of things.
Yes. You got options here?
There are the people that he wants us to go after.
You have the goblin.
The goblin leader. Who are the people?
What are you talking? What people?
There was people that we were supposed to go after, right? Like a group of people?
Goblins.
The goblin.
Yeah.
And the group
Oh.
of goblins that secured the goblin leader.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The ones that
I
drove
got-
him away.
I got lost in the sauce, and I thought you mentioned like a separate group of people aside from the bandit leader, and I was like, what?
What bandit leader?
That's like the last thing we're wanted people. That's the last task we were planning on doing. First
Okay.
was goblins. Second was retrieve something from the nobleman, a ring or some. Yeah, a ring. Then there was a
I
third
got it.
task for the kingdom.
Okay.
Something like that.
hang on. I remember what you're talking about now.
See, I'm not crazy. Who regrets it?
Those are all different quests.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe.
but our quest was to do something about that.
You want to know what your quest is?
To help the city.
Yeah. It was to stop the goblin attacks on Clear Hill. Guess where you guys are? Clear Hill.
Yeah. Stop Woodbone's Goblin Clan raids.
Yep. But at this point, the raid of all raids has happened, and you guys got to decide what to do.
So that hobgoblin I killed wasn't their leader?
No.
Oh.
That's what I was saying, guys. We could just go
So
upstairs and talk to the noble.
the noble doesn't want to talk to us. He's locked in his room.
It's funny that you thought the one of the 5 random goblins attacking just 2 random dudes was the leader. Because the leader is just gonna totally just be with the rest of the random just straggler group attacking a random dude.
Hey, that is how Corvus would assume that. He has pirate ship logic. The captain is always there in battles.
Well, yeah, but the captain doesn't just fucking like join whenever they fucking attack the first like raid on the ship. The captain stays on the main ship while they're raiding.
So to be fair, yes, I'm an idiot, but so is my character.
What's your character's intelligence?
He might actually be an idiot. Let me see. Intelligence is 9.
He's a little slow. I'll say that he's also coming down off of he's coming from out he has alcohol withdrawals right now because he hasn't had a drink all morning.
Drink all morning. Yeah, that sounds bad, actually.
Yeah, drinking over 8 hours because we were on that cart for a while too.
That's what I'm saying. Well, you guys were out there for about like 4 or so.
I think it was like 8.
Was it?
So if
Yeah.
if that hobgoblin wasn't the leader, I say we just go after the actual leader, and I fucking cut his head off too.
Could do that, or we could convince the nobleman.
It was
For
about
what?
like 7 or 6, yeah.
Convince him of
Yeah.
what? What's he gonna do for us?
To leave. That's all we got to do. If he leaves, our job is complete. We go back.
No, our job is to stop the goblins. We don't give a fuck about the nobleman. He just happens to be here. We don't give a fuck about him.
I don't
Oh,
give a fuck.
yeah.
I don't
Actually,
give
you
a
are.
fuck.
I guess actually, you are right.
Now, if somehow he becomes involved in making the goblins fuck off, then he's our problem. But right now, he's not our problem.
So none of this is our problem. We can just pack up and leave.
If we get the goblins to fuck off,
I mean, they did fuck off
we gotta make sure they don't come back.
by going after later.
Yes.
Specifically, Woodbones.
Yes.
Do we know that the guy that... I'm sorry, what was the captain's name again?
Aaron Heldart.
Yeah. Hellart. Do we know that was Woodbones? Can we confirm Woodbones was him?
Are you asking him?
Yeah, like this is like character conversation.
Well, no,
at this
I'm
point.
yeah, no, I know. I'm asking. Are you asking Heldart?
Oh no, I'm asking Corvus.
Okay.
This is all Corvus's conversation. Me and Corvus' conversation. We're like away from the captain.
I understand that now. I was specifying.
So,
Yeah.
Wait, what did you ask?
It's like, do we know?
Oh, right. Do we
Okay,
know?
this is. Do we know that this lad is Woodbones?
Well, that was their clan that was attacking this village when we got here, so yeah, probably.
Actually, wait. You have the head from the hobgoblin.
I do.
Can we confirm the markings to confirm that's that clan? And if it's the right clan, then we can we can go after them.
Is that a thing I can do, Rendo?
What is it?
Is there any... I have the head of the hobgoblin I killed. Is there any kind of markings on him that would be like, yeah, this is the right group?
I mean, we don't want to.
I mean, I don't think you guys. I don't think you guys are familiar with fucking goblin like culture enough to understand what that would be. So I don't think you guys would know.
Wolf is.
Hmm?
Wolf speaks Goblin.
Wolf speaks
Yeah.
Goblin. He might
Just
know.
because he speaks Goblin doesn't mean he knows Goblin culture. Give me a history check,
Well,
Wolf,
I'll.
if you want to.
Most of my dealings with goblins are usually just trades and stealing from shit. But I guess we could do something like that. Maybe I might know something. Give me a
Who
second.
knows what you know?
Yeah.
I mean, you spend enough time sneaking around the goblin camp, you're gonna learn a few things.
Yeah. You're gonna learn, hey, this is this tribe, don't fuck with this tribe, fuck with this tribe. These are good sailors, these are bad sailors.
Give me a second. I got a 9.
You don't know anything about Goblin culture, really. Just mostly the basic stuff about like how they deal with how they
Trade.
deal in tradings and how they get their goods.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
simply what I know.
Okay.
Well then,
Well, that idea failed.
I'm not a big fan of them. They're just useful.
I'll ask him if he knows which direction the leader went off to and point us to it, kind of thing.
You're gonna go ask the captain.
Yes.
All right, so you walk up to Helbart. Who? How tall is Corvus?
Let me go look. Approximately 5 feet tall.
This guy towers over you at 7 feet tall.
5 feet tall.
Yeah, Tritons are
Damn, cool.
usually shorter than humans.
Really?
Huh.
Yeah.
They're from the deep seas.
Didn't know that.
Okay. Cause I think Cullen's like 6 foot something.
Yeah, this guy stands at about like roughly 7 feet tall, and his face looks more of like a black panther than anything else. And he looks down at you and just goes, "Yeah, what is it?"
You wouldn't happen to know which direction that Goblin Chief ran off to, would you?
The initial fighting started on the north side of town, so I'd best start looking there if you're gonna look for any direction of where they ran off. That's where I fought him, anyways.
Well, when I find him, I'm gonna finish what you started.
Well, when you do, make sure you bring back his head.
Speaking of heads, I pulled one out of my back. You want this one?
You'll get your trophy gold at the end of the good hunt.
English, sir? Do you speak it?
Apologies. Sorry, English and common's my second language. As I was saying, when the job's done, you'll get your trophy rewards. Turn them all in at the end.
Alright.
Also, we don't need the whole head. Mostly just for the goblin leader, just because I kind of want it as a trophy, just for like a day or two. But we mostly just want the ears. Single ear, right ear, from every goblin.
Alright.
Alright. So here's how we're gonna do this then. Cullen, I want you to put your social skills to work. Go around asking witnesses. Maverick, I want you to
Okay.
scout. Maverick, I want you to scout the north side of town. See if you can find any traces of the goblin.
I can do that.
Don't forget to go ahead and start scraping up the ears of the goblins we already killed.
Yeah, and if you perform any goblin surgery, you'll get rewards for it.
Right. Yeah, all the ones that are already on the ground somewhere out there right now. Alright, I can go ask. Because there's no people in the town.
Yeah, there's all the villagers that are in town are dead.
Oh,
Yeah, the two guards that you guys were with were literally there to look for any survivors or stragglers, and then they got attacked by goblins that were cleaning up the rest of the town.
Oh, that's really sad.
Yeah. And what's funny is they were the only ones that were like combat capable at the time because everyone else got injured in the initial combat. That's what they were. That's what the whole conversation with the guard captain to start was. That's what he was saying.
Damn, that's really sad, bro.
Yeah. These guys are severely under-equipped and under-trained.
Hmm.
So I'm just gonna scout out the north side instead. Or actually, I'm gonna go in the church and try to figure out what's wrong with my magic. While you're while we're figuring out this, I need to figure out what's wrong with my magic.
Yeah, I'll kind of look him over, and he's noticed that his powers aren't working, and it's got to the point where it's so obvious it's affecting the party. So I've noticed. So I tell him, all right, well, Maverick's doing recon on the north side of town. Why don't you just take 5? Try to get yourself sorted out. You're no use to us, Blake.
Yeah.
Come, have her come to Jesus meeting. Talk to your spirit guild, so whatever. Just fix yourself.
All right.
Yes, I did just assume that Jesus exists in this timeline.
We will make a Jesus character now. Jesus. Jesus.
Yeah, he's actually not a god at all. He's just really cool, and everybody thinks he's a god.
Yeah, and he's just a really well-known merchant. He sells a lot of like wood because Jesus was a carpenter.
Yep, that's it. Jesus the wood merchant.
Yep. But he's just like he is the most artistic wood merchant you've ever seen. He can make you like the most comfortable and functional chairs. He could probably make like a fucking lazy boy with just wood.
And it'll be the most comfortable
And
thing
it
you
would be
start in your life.
and it would feel like it's fucking plush leather, dude.
Dude, go Jesus.
Oh Jesus. You're damn right.
Go Jesus. Yes, Lord.
All right, and he has 12 people that he's trying to teach how to do the same kind of shit, but one of them fucking like sells out his business because it turns out that he was actually just using like magic to make all of his wood work really well.
My girlfriend gave me a funny look when I did the yes, Jesus.
Yes, Jesus. We'll give her a funny look
Wait.
back.
We just accidentally created a new character for our D&D campaign.
Oh yeah.
Jesus the wood merchant. He just sells wood and makes furniture and shit. But he's really
Makes
good at it.
ivory level furniture.
He could probably make IKEA type shit in the Middle Ages. Yeah.
Alright, so I'm down.
So I'm gonna take a 5 and get my spiritual batteries recharged.
All right.
Yeah, I need a heal before I do anything.
Yeah, you guys were told that there is a little medic bay going on the first floor.
Yeah, so before I do that, I'm gonna go get healed.
As soon as you walk in, you do see various like you see various like soldiers that are like still in wounded states. One of them is actually being tended to by a cleric woman who is dressed in like these soft like green clothes with like a gentle red flowing sort of like just river like pattern down the back. And you see that that she's just tending to this one that is just like clutching his chest with a massive like gash over it. He's screaming in pain. You see a couple of the younger soldiers are actually just doing some of the menial work, like cleaning wounds and redressing them and stuff like that.
And so before I initiate anything, I'm going to talk to Mr. Tibbles and like, hey, Mr. Tibbles, let's do our thing. Let him climb down and start scattering, looking for some like a gold coin here and there or something.
All right. Do you have stats for him?
Shit. I'll have to relook them up because I think we.
Bah.
I, th-
I
I
gave
think
you
last
stats for
time
him.
you were just using the basic stats for a rat.
Yeah, that's what we're using for
Yeah,
now.
I have to relook again because I forgot. Because it's somewhere in my photos, so I'm just going
Rat.
ahead and.
Rat.
Rat.
Okay,
Rat.
so what are we looking for?
You're gonna be rolling a perception check to see if you can find anything worth snatching. Are you gonna be doing anything in the meantime?
Keen smell. Um, yeah, while he does that, I'm gonna go ahead and go to the cleric and. Uh, excuse me, I need. I'm here to be healed.
What is your HP?
19,
Out of?
30. Hold on. Try 32.
She looks over to you, and you see as she sort of turns your way, her entire front is just stained with both like dark old blood and new fresh blood, and her hands are the same. Currently, mostly in fresh blood, as she is currently stitching a wound together. As soon as you approach, she's like, "Oh, good, come here." She grabs your wrist with now bloodying up your wrist and brings it over to this young man, and is just like, "Here, pinch this wound closed." What do you do?
Uh, I'm not a medic, but okay.
You pinch the wound closed. She sews it a little bit together, um, and then she takes over and moves your hand out of the way and continues sewing it together. And it's just like, this will have to do for now. Hand me the sponge over by that desk, please. And she points to the nearby desk in this little small area.
I'll go over there and do that.
Um,
And while I'm going over there, I'm like, after we get done here, could you patch me up real quick?
she looks you over for a bit and is just like,
I just got.
you seem to be able to stand perfectly fine. I'll see what I can do. How about that? And she takes the tray from you, starts sponging up the wounds. As you can see, I kind of had my hands full, but if we have any ways to quickly remedy you, that will probably not really go to you. I'm going to be honest. We have much more important matters at the moment. She sets the sponge down and is just sort of like rubbing her hands together with any leftover water, and then just like rubs it on the front of her robes, and is just like, "So, let me see any wounds you have. Do you remember any kind of wounds you may have taken? You can just make any up."
Ah, I got. Oh shit. Yeah, we're fighting Archer. I was fighting Archer. Yeah, I got hit here by an arrow.
Oh, it seems to have taken an arrow to the knee.
Yeah, a few, couple.
Well, easiest thing to do there would be just to take it out and bandage it. Um, Go ahead and just roll me a medicine check for yourself, and I'll roll one for her.
What's a medicine check? 20?
Look and just compare it to your medicine stat.
Oh shit, I don't know medicine stat. Here, can I say skills.
This would be how well you can tolerate the pain and let her do what she needs to do.
Alright, that's a 12. Also, by the way, I got a 16 for Mr. Tibbles. You said something about a perception check, so.
Oh god, Brando lost his D20.
I can't see anything. I'm blind.
Bro. My tab really empty already. Oh, this shit's so whack, bro.
I got it. Thank you, baby. Alright.
I got 12.
She rolled fairly high, so we're gonna give you.
Also, the perception check for Mr. Tibbles is 16.
I already heard you.
Okay. I didn't know if you did.
Yeah, I already.
Sorry.
Pretty sure I acknowledge you, you son of a gun.
I don't remember. I'm
I don't
tired.
remember either. But I'm going to say that you. What is your constitution?
Constitution is +2.
+2. You're gonna get 5 HP back.
Gee.
And she sort of bandages up the rest and staunches the bleeding from the arrows, and it just says, "Well, best I can do for a quick repair job, but I suppose it'll be better than nothing."
I'm bending my knee. It hurts a little bit, but thank you. Just a tiny bit.
And as for Mr. Tibbles, in this area, there is mostly just like any loose coin pouches that were found on the wounded people's persons, you know.
Yeah,
So-
that's what I was expecting.
You want him to like try and snatch one of the lighter ones?
Yeah.
All right.
Whichever, whatever he can carry.
Roll me a
Cause,
D4 because he has like 2 options that he can go from. We'll see which one he picks.
I'll use this die. I'll use this D4.
Roll me a D4 and then roll me a strength check for him, and then we're gonna come back to you. All right?
Strength is another 20, right?
Yep. And then we're gonna come back to you. So from there, we're gonna go ahead and go to hero.
D4 is
Cullen.
the triangle, right?
Yes,
Okay, thanks.
Yes.
Cullen. What are you gonna do in the meantime? As you sort of see him run off to the medic room, and also Corvus, what do you want to do in the meantime?
It's a good question. I've given out the orders. Now I haven't given myself anything to do.
As the de facto leader.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause I'm gonna basically go find somewhere quiet and sit down and meditate.
That'd be pretty easy to do in this little medic area. The only thing that would really be else there would be the groans of the dying and the damned.
Yeah, which would probably help me being, clerically. Puts me in
Sure,
a place where a
I
lot of
suppose.
faith is being needed
I
and
suppose.
directed.
I guess as the de facto leader of our little group, I will see if I can get in touch with the nobleman who is their leader.
So
and see
you're
if I
gonna
can't.
you're gonna walk past the medic room as Maverick walks in, and then go upstairs.
Yeah.
You're gonna walk past a couple of guards. As you do, they sort of nod to you and whisper to each other, like, "Is that one of the Freo mechs coming out?" "Oh yeah, it is. It's one of them seals, I think." And then so you find your little corner. And then we're gonna go. Oh, so now let's go back to little Mr. Tibbles.
10 for strength and 3 for D4.
10 for strength, and what?
3.
3 for D4. All
Yeah.
right. He gets the lighter one, which is a good thing because you didn't roll very high. You get, as he sort of comes back with this small little pouch, you hear a couple of little jingles. You get 6 silver pieces and 4 copper pieces.
6 silver, 4 copper.
It was a coin pouch about the size of a dice bag. Like
Better
a
than
single set
nothing.
of dice bag.
Yeah. I believe if a decently sized rat could carry that. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
And it was just a couple of coins. Nothing crazy. Like a couple of pennies and a couple of nickels. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and go to Corvus. We're gonna do your whole thing now. So you walk up to the nobleman's door. You see there's a guard waiting outside. He seems to be wearing this like fairly bronze armor in most places, like just like bronze epaulettes with a little bit of a like leather chest piece and some bronze studs all over it. You think that he is probably one of the more upper echelon guards around here. He's just like, can I help you, sir?
Yeah, me and seen the nobleman.
You here to talk to Carell?
This right him.
Very well. I will be in the room with you.
Yeah, it's fine.
He opens the door and follows you in, stands guard. As soon as you enter, you see that this whole room, you can imagine, was once very elegant and beautiful. There is this large king-size bed with a large red silk robe thrown over it to act as like a sort of like faux cover underneath it, with like a large azure sort of comforter and various pillows thrown on it. The main wall itself decorated with a bunch of fleur-de-lis in various different colors, each wall being a different color itself, one ranging from yellow to a deep green to a bright red. Um, and then there's also a like various bookshelves on every single wall, each one now scattered all over the place, as he's sort of just like this stout, fat sort of gnome with his large pointy ears sticking out of the side of his head and peppered hair sort of underneath his now kind of ruffled red silk hat. And he's wearing like this very similar to his other large red robe, a large green robe that has sort of been rolled up into like a sort of faux skirt around him. And he's just sort of panicking around, and he looks as you guys walk in and is just, what is it? What do you want?
Right, you the one that's in charge around here.
That's right. What of it?
Well, things seem to have gotten a lot worse since you got here.
I disagree. I have bright plans for this place. You don't understand. I can't leave. And if you're here to try and convince me, you're not going to.
I'm not going to, huh? And what's so important you can't leave?
I have big plans for the surrounding area. I will not let it go to such savage individuals. It is my land, and I will do with it what would be good for the people of this village. I will make it prosper more than any other village surrounding the area. I will make it almost as big as the capital. I have big plans for this village.
The whole time he's talking, I have this shitty grin on my face. So it's about coin. It's always about coin.
Of course it's about coin. This world is run by coin, don't you understand? Every single copper piece exchanged by hand is important. Every single job done by mercs like you keeps the economy flowing. That's why you're here. You're here to do a job and get it done.
You're right, we are. And I told my friends, you're none of our business. You're not our problem. But, if it turns out these gubbos are attacking these people because of you, you become my problem.
You see the guard sort of tightens a grip on his little like short sword at his side.
What is that supposed to mean?
Looks like I made your boyfriend jealous.
Of course, you're making a very vague threat on the noblemen of this village. You think that's just going to fly?
Little man, you don't scare me. I have a target in mind much bigger and far scarier than you, and I can't be killed until he's met his demise.